Ambedkar's view on labor and caste. Ambedkar had keenly studied the Indian society and therefore saw a link between caste and labor in the following ways. Caste divides laborers, caste disassociates work from interest, caste disconnects intelligence from manual labor, caste devitalizes the laborer by denying him the right to cultivate vital interest, and caste prevents mobilization. He did not agree with those who claimed that the caste system, a peculiar feature of the Indian subcontinent, was a form of division of labor. Civilized society undoubtedly needs division of labor. But in no civilized society is the division of labor accompanied by this unnatural division of laborers into watertight compartments. For Ambedkar, caste was division of laborers authorized and perpetuated by Hindu social order. In fact, it was not merely a division of laborers, it was a hierarchy in which these divisions were graded one above the other. In no other country is the division of labor accompanied by this gradation of laborers. Division of labor is based on individuals' choice, but the division of laborers brought about by the caste system is not a division based on choice. Individual sentiments and preferences have no place in it. It is based on the dogma of predestination. This division of labor is not spontaneous. It is not based on natural attitude. Social and individual efficiency requires us to develop the capacity of an individual to the point of competency to choose and to make one's own career. This principle is violated in the caste system, insofar as it involves an attempt to appoint tasks to individuals in advance, selected not on the basis of trained original capacities, but on that of the social status of the parents. For Ambedkar, the Hindu social order was based upon such a division of laborers that reserves clean and respectable jobs for the Hindus and assigns dirty and mean jobs to the untouchables, thereby clothing the Hindus with dignity and attaching humiliation and embarrassment upon the untouchables. Such occupations make no appeal to those who are engaged in them. It rather constantly provokes one to aversion, ill will, and the desire to evade. Caste system was not only graded inequality, but it is also graded laborers inequality, which perpetuated untouchability. Thus, according to Ambedkar, there were two enemies of the working classes in India, Brahmanism and capitalism. By Brahmanism, he did not mean the power, privileges and interests of Brahmans as a community. He actually indicated towards the negation of the spirit of liberty, equality and fraternity that we have discussed in the earlier section. Thus, according to Ambedkar, Brahmanism was rampant in all classes and was not confined to Brahmins alone, though they have been its originators. The effects of Brahmanism were confined not only to social rights such as interdining and intermarrying. It denied civic rights and economic opportunities to the working classes. Ambedkar's views on economic development, planning, and state, and his thought on labor and labor legislation. Bhimrao Ambedkar's life was a struggle to alter the course of Indian history through social and economic democracy. He was deeply concerned over economic and social exploitation of depressed classes, particularly the working class. He therefore took keen interest in understanding the issues of labor. He not only challenged the existing theoretical explanations, but also provided many solutions for the problems of labor. He was the only Indian to begin an independent political organization of labor and was very successful in his experiment. In his short spell as member of the Viceroy's Executive Council, he undertook major steps towards protecting the interests of the labor and made this period a remarkable period in the history of labor welfare legislations. He ensured that the government takes the responsibility of ensuring the right to prescribe fair wages and fair conditions of service. His contribution towards various labor issues was immense. Some of the important acts he contributed to were the following: the Indian Trade Union Act, the Maternity Benefits Act, the Workmen Compensation Act, the Factories Act, the Payment of Wages Act, the Protection of Minimum Wages Act. However, due to the peculiarity of the Indian subcontinent, where the religious and social order sanctified the division of labour instead of the division of labor, Ambedkar had to change his course to address the issue of caste in his later years. This was one of the reasons that the Independent Labour Party made way for the scheduled castes federation in the 1940s.